I remember the first time I stood outside your room, heard you singing One-Way Ticket, and why sleep when you're not this good? I held up the wall, shed a few tears, but before the song was over, I said no more wasted years.
The Someday Is Today project is really a project that is saying thank you to everyone in my life. What inspired me was I was going through a divorce and was staying with a family, and when we were cleaning out my house, the young girl had found the Night Vision CD in my collection, and I didn't think anything about it at the time. She asked could she have it, and I said sure. And weeks later, I was walking down the hall and I could hear Jewel at the top of her lungs singing One-Way Ticket. And I literally just backed up into the wall and just went, oh my gosh, you know, I can still do this. I think someone's still listening. It wasn't 24 hours after that experience that putting the music back in me was written. I realized that I still had some healing to do from my last experience in Nashville, and I think that song was the final healing chapter, and the birth of Someday Is Today was kind of putting a smile back on my face and letting me know that the music business is going to be okay, and I'm going to be able to be in it again.
I thought my songs were dead and gone, but you brought them to life again. Thank you for putting the song back in my heart, for giving me a place to start. Thank you.
I have been in the music business for over 20 years. When people come up to me and ask me about my personal experience with the music business, I don't choose to focus on the negative aspects of my story. I choose to focus on the positives, and I just encourage artists to sing their song knowing that they're contributing every time they do, and that any level of being able to get to sing, if you're getting to do that, then you've done something.
Now I'm packing my bags, I'm going back to Tennessee. Thank you, June, for putting the dream back in me.
This project is every stage of my life musically, from 12 to today. And Someday Is Today is about getting to have that second chance. In youth, it's all about self-gain and fame and fortune and, you know, all these kind of things. But as a mother, this time around, I would like to use my music to make a difference in the world. And by doing so, I'm hoping that people that come hear one of my concerts can relate to my lyrics and relate to my story and music, and are able to use what they've learned from me to go and make the world a better place.
Could be tomorrow, you never can tell. It was 1,000 yesterdays when we first met.
my messages have changed over the years, and sometimes I have written music and songs that I didn't think that was possible that another person would want to record, or another person would even be able to relate to. The Someday Is Today project, I've written songs about my children, I've written songs about friends, and they're very personal. And so it really touches me when I can write a song about my daughter and someone else want to sing it, or someone else can relate to it.
Maybe a couple of gray hairs to show. All I know is I'm gonna be okay when my someday is today.
The arts have a way of allowing everyone to be able to relate with their own personal story. They can pick a piece from a play or a song or a piece of art that touches them.
Amy has grown so much, it's just unbelievable. I've been a big supporter of hers, and to be able to go into a recording studio and see what they do, just like, you know, somebody that comes to me that's never painted before. I mean, you know, they can be very nervous and think, you know, it's the worst thing in the world, and they can never draw. And as one said today, I can't draw a straight line. I said, I don't want you drawing a straight line. If you're going to be an architect or a designer, draw a straight line. Otherwise, don't. No rules.
I was very honored that she would ask me to come and cut that record with her. It was very humbling for her to ask me to do that. What was even more fun was watching her in the studio and watching her create something from nothing.
Well, the Someday Is Today project is so special, and you have added so much to it. It's about rebirth, and it's about getting to record songs, and you were so wonderful in helping me since I had been out of the studio for 15, 20 years, and it was a pleasure working with you too.
Well, thank you.
And
Thank you.
did any song touch you in any way more than the others? Do you have a couple of favorites?
Well, of course, I love the song we co-wrote together, Crying Time.
Me too.
And I love the diversity of your musical personality. You can go from Tail Shaker, which is a kick-butt rockin' song, to the emotional vulnerability of Crying Time, and everything in between. So it was really a great experience.
Could be tomorrow, you never can tell. It was 1,000 yesterday.
Her voice is so pure and clean and clear. I love it.
I've really enjoyed it. She's talented and spontaneous with the crowd.
What do I think about the music? It's fabulous. I want you to know Amy's a great, great, great singer.
When Amy performs, it's her whole being. The way Amy sings and performs, it's amazing to me. I can't describe it.